Good morning, students. Today we will discuss periodization of history. Yes, why should we study the events of history, or why should we classify the events of the history in a period wise? So, history can be written for thousands and thousands of years. So, if we have to write down the history, then we can write down the events which occurred before the thousands of the years. Now, from the origin of the earth, which may be millions of years old, to the current times. Yes, if we have to write down the history, so history means simply past events. So we can write down from the origin of the earth, which is estimated 4.5 billion years from the current date. It is therefore advisable to divide the huge length of the historic period into segments so that it is easy to understand and record facts. And this is the main cause, that huge length of the historic events can be divided into the smaller segments so that one can understand and record the facts in a proper way. This is like having chapters in a book or acts in a play. So this can be like the chapters in the book. Maximum chapters are there, like that only periods of the history are there. Or we can say in an act or the play, different countries have chosen their own timelines to divide the various era. So different countries have chosen their own timeline to divide the various era into periods. So different countries have chosen the different timelines to divide the events of the history. For example, in Europe, the beginning of the modern period started in the 15th century. In India, it is said to have started in the 18th century with the decline of the Mughals and the arrival of the European powers. So, for example, we can discuss the modern history. In the Europe, modern history began in the 15th century, but in the India, modern period started in the 18th century. And why started? In the 18th century, when Mughal Empire became very weak and the European power started to gain control over India, then modern period started within India. Traditionally, histories have divided the periods into three. Sorry, traditionally historians have divided the periods into three stages, namely ancient, medieval, and modern. So it is a tradition. Means we can say in every country the events of the history are divided into the three major groups. In India also it is like that, and which are that three major groups, that is the ancient, medieval, and the modern. These periods do not start or end with cut-off dates. Yes, ancient period, medieval period, or modern period didn't start with any specific date, but have a gradual fading and evolving pattern from one to the another. But there is some changes which can be visible from one period to the another period, and on the behalf of that minor or the major changes, we divides the history. It is so because social system and other growths cannot be instantaneous but are slow and gradual. Why it is like that? Because social system as well as the growth, different growth, we can say political, social, and the economic, was not instantaneous, means was not same, or it was not same and fast, but it was very slow and gradual. Yet each period has its distinct characteristics of technology, growth, culture, religion, society, politics. Yet we can say then that in every period there was some growth in the field of the technology, in the field of the culture, in the field of the religion, or in the field of the social condition or the politics. And these major changes have divided the events of the history. Now, there are some historians who have even subdivided these periods and given them different terms or titles. So there are many historians which have divided these three major terms into the smaller divisions, or they have subdivided this ancient, medieval and modern. For example, the period of the early modern history of India has been termed as the colonial period. So we will talk about the modern period in India only. So early modern period or early modern period history of India can be termed as the colonial period. Why it is now? Two words can be little bit unknown to you. One is the colonial and another is the colony. So colonial power means any power which controls any territory or region or any area. Colony, the country which is under that big power. So early modern history has been classified by some historians as the colonial period. Why? This is based on their logic that India was subjugated by foreign powers and it has a major impact on the social, cultural, economic and political life in India. And why early modern period has been regarded as the colonial period? Because during this time India was under the control of the British power and a lot of changes has been seen in the field of the society, culture, economic and politics of India by the influence of the Europeans.